Hello everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I just wanted to show you the tips and tricks that I use to finally get Oanda working. Here is a test demo account. You can see here it's the FX trade practice. We've got some open trades that have been submitted by a Python script. So you can tell here it sort of appears to be working. So obviously that's good news. So I want to show you how I accomplished it. First off, when you open your your Oanda FX trade broker account, you need to understand a few account information. So let me go over first Dukas copy. I really tried to work with a Dukas copy forex API and building out the strategies I've shown in the past with Java. I'm going to tell you, working with it is not easy. It was a big struggle, and I really was determined to get it working. But I got frustrated enough where I went back to Oanda and just decided, you know what? It was just better to try there than using Dukas copy, JForex with the Java and all that stuff and trying to build out a database connection. It was just a complete mess. And I just thought, you know what, I'd rather go crawling back to Oanda. So you probably know about my pretty harsh review videos on Oanda. I think they may have slightly or maybe majorly improved over the last 6 months since I joined. So things have maybe improved. Also with the Python, there is a huge difference between the documentation on getting everything running. So I'm going to show you what I did. So if you come under the GitHub, under Oanda, you want to make sure you click on this Oanda API v20 because that is everything that matters. Now, I was able to pip install this into my Python environment. If you see, let me just show you here. I have, okay. I'll show you the setup as well. Okay, first off, you can do a pip install, as I said, just right using this, which is good. I didn't have any problems. You can also use pip3 for Python 3. From there, what did I do? Well, that was pretty well what I did. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you will find some example references to go to. So here you may want to go to this one, github.com hoopnot Oanda Pi, the v20 examples, and that's what I did. In here, you will see you have a variety of example files. So this is how it works. You have a token that you need to get when you open your practice account with Oanda. It's going to be kind of like in this format. Also, you will have an account as well, which looks like this. Now, the funny thing is, where it gets confusing for me 6 months ago, is that Oanda was really horrible in distinguishing between the two. The documentation was like non-existent, which is why I just shredded them to pieces. But it seems to have improved quite a bit because I actually kind of got it working, as this video hints. So you need to also create your account text, account ID, and that is in this account.txt. Okay, so it's in this format. Okay, So obviously you'll want to follow these instructions on how to install. Now you can go about doing a git clone, or again using no, I just stick with the git clone because that's what I did, as is here. Okay, so in order to run this, this is also pretty tricky for maybe newbies. If you do an ls, you'll notice I have my account txt file. That's for my developers or practice testing account. It's not a real live account. I do have one, but obviously I'm not going to show that to you. So there's going to be these two text files as I showed you earlier with the token, and here, and the account. Okay, so in order to run this, you need to do Python and then src, which is the folder of where all the example files reside. So in essence here you'll get the description of all of the files as the like. Okay, so obviously you also need your FX trade practice software, which you can download from Oanda, and then you would log in with your account ID, which is whatever you set it up as. Let me just show you that. So if you go to oanda.com, and when you sign up, or you want to create a FX practice account, so here it will ask you to sign up. Now this is the only point where Oanda is helpful with the customer service with the live chat. So when you fill out this information, what you need to remember is your username and your password. These are two separate from your account, as I said, in that format, which is on the GitHub. This is like really confusing, I find, right here. This account is different from the one that you create when you sign up for Oanda. This is more like a API account. And then there's also, as I said, the token, which you can get as well. Fairly straightforward. You'll look for a little link that says Web Access API, and then in there you can generate your token based around the requirements that I suggested. So with that in mind, let me just go back to the source code. So as I said here, here's all your examples. So what you got to do is you got to run from the directory of that clone GitHub directory. So in this case, in my case, Oanda v20 -examples. So you just do Python, let's say Python 3, and then whatever you want to run. So let me just try this. I haven't really tried this other application here, the Oanda console. Let me just see. I don't know if I have that. Yeah, I have that here. So let me just try running it. src src Oanda console. Okay. So I guess I need some packages here for this. So let me just do a pip. So I'm running pip Python 3. So you have to also run that pip 3 as well for Python 3. So I need to ge event. Okay, let's see. That should install. Now I don't know what these errors, command blah 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 3.6 doesn't work. clang. Oh, I guess I don't have clang here. Unable to exec xcode. Permission denied. So let me just try something different here. I'll do a sudo. Obviously I'm on a Mac. see if that does anything, because I have to run it as maybe like higher privileges. Oh, here we go. That seems to be running okay. So there you go. That seems to do the job to get Oanda running with Python, which is a lot more convenient. Now, I want to make sure that everyone understands this that may think, but Brian, Python's slow. It's not good. Well, you may think that. I may have thought that too, but there's been two caveats here that you may never have thought of. I did a survey among as many users as I could find that are active traders, automated or not. I did a query to them. A lot of them are retail traders. I was kind of surprised that the upper limit for most were probably 10 per day, 10 trades per day. There was one that was up to 15, but there was one other person who said they were at 60. I have no idea if they're scalping, but majority of people do not make more than, I would say, safe to say, more than 10 trades a day. Now, that should leave you with the safe assumption that as long as you are more low volume, let's say 10 or even 20 a day, trades a day, you should be okay, because Python should be able to handle this no problem. The other thing I want to highlight is when I went through the backtrader source code, what I found was the source code, or there was a package called multiprocessing, and that seems to be specific to ensuring that processes internally within Python are run within all of the core processors that are available on your local computer. So there is definite new packages coming out, maybe new updates and other ones where they are addressing this and are trying to make Python more optimized and make it faster. So I wouldn't worry too much about Python being quote unquote slow. I think that's kind of dead in the water now, for now, especially if you're doing such a low volume, and especially if you're going with a retail broker like Oanda or Duca's Copy or even interactive brokers. Okay, so I won't worry about that. Hopefully this will help you out, and I'll talk to you later.